Hello everyone and welcome to our aTech channel. Today we're taking a look at Tesla's electric vehicles. For those of you who follow our channel, you know that this is a brand that we're very passionate about. But what about the real cost of owning this type of vehicle? How much does Tesla really cost? And which models are the most efficient? Above all else, are these cars really advantageous compared to combustion engines? I'll explain everything to you. Here we go. Tesla's an American company specialized in electric and autonomous vehicles. It also has a presence in the market of batteries and solar energy. In the past, the automotive industry was dominated by British, German, and Japanese, Italian, or American historical manufacturers. Great names like Mercedes, Toyota, Fiat, Ferrari resonate in our collective subconsciousness. In a short time, these leaders have been overtaken by the American company, Tesla. In 2020, with a capitalization of more than $200 billion, Tesla's become the most quoted car manufacturer in history. It is true that the American car maker Tesla has achieved a Tour de France in barely a decade, manufacturing a range of purely electric cars and managing to make them desirable. But is the cost of maintaining and operating these vehicles so attractive? The vast majority of automakers raise their prices when they release a new model car, but Tesla is not like everyone else. The company has always lowered or raised the price of its electric cars to stimulate demand, but also to account for the rising production costs. This is one of the main advantages of Tesla's marketing approach. By cutting out the middlemen, such as car dealerships, and selling directly to customers, Tesla is free to set its prices. Elon Musk has even changed the price of his sedans just for fun. He lowered the starting price of the Model S sedan to $69,420, with the sole aim of mocking his rival startup, Lucid Motors. Despite this, inflation is currently affecting all of our everyday products, and Tesla is no exception. This is also reflected in the prices of its cars. Indeed, the prices of its cars have risen sharply due to the increased price of materials and problems related to supply chains. The American company never stops innovating in terms of new technologies, and today can boast of having 4 electric car models available in the automotive market: the Tesla Model S, the Tesla Model X, the Tesla Model 3, and finally, the Tesla Model Y. If you follow Tesla's news, you will certainly have noticed the price of the Model 3 underwent the significant increase at the beginning of 2022, going from $43,000 to $53,000. The entry-level model has a top speed of 225 km per hour and WLTP range of 491 km. Inside, the presentation remains similar to the versions of the Model 3, and you'll enjoy a minimalistic and bright cabin where we find, as always, the touchscreen capable of directing most of the car's features. Drivers and families looking for a compact model are sure to appreciate the qualities of the Tesla Model 3. Let's continue with the Model 3. You can of course choose the body color. Multi-layered pearl white is standard, while the different colors are available in an additional €1,190. If you want to equip an electric car sedan with 19-inch sport wheels, you have to pay the same price again. Finally, you can customize the interior by choosing black and white upholstery. Count once again, €1,190. Finally, you can add a functionality of the autopilot, already present in the base model, for €3,700. To fully appreciate the autonomous driving, the option Fully Autonomous Driving Capability is an optional and an additional €7,500. Just so you know, if you're not already interested in driving aids, there's really no need to run up the bill with the last 2 options. We've seen how much a Tesla vehicle would cost you to buy, but is it really more interesting to invest in a Tesla than in a combustion vehicle? The answer is yes. The Tesla Model 3 will pay for itself in less than 3 years. Despite the substantial price increase of late, the price difference with 100% internal combustion sedans remains quite small. You only need to look at the current price of BMW 3 Series to see that. For the comparison, we can use the 320i model. Sure, the 184 HP of its 2.0 turbo gasoline engine is light years ahead of the Model 3's performance, but at least its $44,000 price tag remains acceptable. Between the slight extra cost of the BMW 3 Series and the registration discount of the Tesla model, the final price difference between these 2 models is just under $4,000. To these purchase prices must be added the cost per kilometer advanced by these cars. We only use the fuel costs and not the maintenance. The latter is rather to the advantage of the electric vehicles. On the other hand, the 320i consumes an average of 8 liters per 100 kilometers, while a Tesla Model 3 Standard Plus uses 8.7 kilowatts an hour per 100 kilometers of electricity. That's including charging consumption. Using the different unleaded fuel rates and relatively stable electric price, the Model 3 Tesla will need to travel between 29,000 and 38,000 kilometers to pay the extra cost of the BMW 3 Series. When we know the average mile of an individual is 12,000 kilometers per year, the purchase of a Tesla is autonomized in less than 3 years. But what about the cost of maintaining a Tesla? One driver investigated and his conclusions are identifying. Arthur Dreisen has driven 320,000 kilometers in 4 years in his Tesla Model 3. Regarding the price of electricity, the driver spent a total of $12,000 to charge the Model 3 at Tesla's superchargers. He estimates that the battery experiences about 13% degeneration, but he did not need to replace it. According to the former Tesla boss, an electric car battery should last about 15 years. On the maintenance side of this vehicle, he estimates the expense is about $15,000. Adding to this additional price to the sedan, Arthur's total expenses amount to about $85,000. That's savings of about $30,000 compared to the combustion vehicle. Finally, let's look at the thorny issue of the battery of these vehicles, as they are key parts of an electric car. According to its 2019 environmental report, the battery of the Model S retains 90% of the capacity after 321,000 kilometers. The American manufacturer even claims to exceed 1.6 million kilometers and even more than 3 million on the new 4680 batteries. In addition, Tesla guarantees the reliability of the Model 3 long-range battery for 8 years or 192,000 kilometers. The increased criticism of the electric car batteries is still too often unfound. While the competition is tougher than ever, Tesla doesn't seem to be much affected by it. With its technological advances, the repetition of its vehicles, and its experience, it should remain at the top of the electric car market for many years to come. This is due to the quality of the products offered and the low cost of maintenance. If you want to travel to an environmentally friendly vehicle and are concerned about reducing your carbon footprint, buying a Tesla is a good idea. It is considered that the CO2 emissions from the conception of the destruction are 3 times less than a thermal car. That's it, we've reached the end of our topic for today. If you enjoyed this video, leave us a little blue thumb. Make sure to miss our next topics, don't hesitate to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to turn on the notifications to be notified when a video is being released. We'll see you soon on aTech.